How safe is your business? Do you own the graphics on your website? Do you own your website? Do you own your profile pictures? There are a lot of things that you need to watch out for, because I know that if you are a woman entrepreneur, you've probably got a huge heart. You want to help other people, but who is actually protecting your interests? We love to think that we can trust people. They're so nice, they're so friendly, they're so lovely. But when it comes down to it, who really is protecting your interests? So that's what I want to speak about a little bit in this video, just to give you 4 things that you really need to make sure that you have complete ownership of, like I said, to protect your interests. Now, if I haven't met you before, my name is Gwyneth, and I empower women entrepreneurs who want to change the world to radiate passion and presence so that they build their brand easily, so that they easily create wealth from a place of integrity. And like I said, in this video, I want to talk a little bit about what you can be doing to ensure that your interests are protected. Number 1, your website. Now, have you had that excitement? You found somebody to build your website for you and it's all going brilliantly well, and then maybe one day you can't get hold of them because they've got some other work on, and at some point, you feel like you're kind of losing control, and then you want to have a look at it yourself and you realize you don't even have the passwords. If you are paying somebody else to create a website for you, please make sure that you have the master passwords for everything. There should be no excuse these days. Many of the website providers, particularly the kind of do-it-yourself people, and I'm going to give a shout out to Wix because I use them and I think they're absolutely brilliant, will provide some sort of partner login so that you remain the owner of the master passwords, the master login information, and the people working on your site, they simply have partner login, so basically you can shut them out at any time you want to. Now, in a similar vein, number 2, your domain. Please ensure that it is registered to you and not to the IT company or the web development company or whoever. If it's a third party, please ensure that the domain is registered in your name. Again, it can get very tricky, particularly if you do decide, I don't like this website company anymore, I'm going to go somewhere else, or I want to do it myself, and you find out that you don't even own the domain. So that's also a very important point when it comes to managing your website. Number 3 is graphics, copy, anything that you pay somebody else for that potentially you want to put onto your website, onto social media. Make sure that whenever you pay somebody that you are then the owner of that content, that you are the owner of those graphics. Particularly important, again, because many graphic designers or many creative people, they are actually purchasing graphics from other companies that for which they potentially have a license. You need to make sure that that license is transferred to you so that you can do as you wish with any graphics, any copy content that somebody else provides to you. And number 4, photographs. I was shocked a few years ago when I was looking for a photographer to do some profile headshots, and I found a super photographer. He was very good. He was not the most the cheapest person I've ever met in my entire life, but he was, his photographs were absolutely beautiful, and I felt that he provided very good value until he sent me the contract. And in that contract it said that I pay him to have the photographs done, and then I have to pay another fee, a licensing fee, to him to use photographs of me. He wanted to know where I was going to be placing those photographs. He wanted to know how often I was going to be placing those photographs. And we kind of negotiated, and he said, well, maybe I could be a little bit more generous. Instead of 2 years, you can have the license for 5 years, but you're only allowed to put it in these specific places that are agreed beforehand. No way, Jose. No, thank you. I now have I found a different photographer, absolutely fantastic, best in the world. there's no rubbish like that. So again, with photographs, please don't assume just because you've paid somebody to take your photographs that you then have the copyright, that you are then able to use them wherever you want to, because it may not be the case. Now there is a number 5. I don't want to go into too much detail here, but that is to have terms and conditions, some kind of contract that protects you. Okay, a contract is a tool that protects you from other people potentially abusing your business, abusing your payment terms and conditions. One thing, for example, with coaching in particular, I have a no refund policy. The type of work I do with coaching is simply it's simply not viable. What else is there? Yeah, if somebody pays late or can't pay, you know, what is going to happen? Help people manage their expectations. If somebody doesn't show up for a call, of course it's going to be up to you if there was a genuine emergency. But in general, I tell somebody 24 hours. If you cancel with less than 24 hours, you've basically forfeited your time, because my time is precious too. So contracts, maybe for another day, maybe even go and speak to a solicitor, a lawyer about that. But those 4 things: your website, please make sure you have 100% full access to your website at all times. Make sure that the domain is registered in your name. Make sure that if you are purchasing, if you're paying somebody else to do your graphics, to do any copy, any content design, that it is yours when you have paid them. And most importantly, as well, as I almost, gosh, I don't even want to think, if I hadn't read that contract, if I wasn't the type of person to read contracts through, check if you're having any photographs taken, exactly what your rights are. Because if the photographs aren't yours, then quite honestly, you should probably be finding a different photographer. I hope that you find those things useful, and please don't worry about offending anybody. This is your integrity. This is your business. This is your personal protection of your business, if you like. So, and it doesn't matter if you're working with friends or if you think they're lovely people. It doesn't matter. You need to have it in black and white on paper, everything sorted out. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay fabulous. Loads of love, and bye for now.